Alright, welcome to another video. In today's video, I want to explain to you in as much detail as possible how you can achieve that hero look online, how you can actually portray yourself as the main character within your own personal brand, within your own online presence. Now, the reason why I really want to talk about that today and why, from my personal point of view and from my experience, this is so extremely important is because there is, quite literally speaking, nothing worse than if you're pulling, I don't know, 7 figures, even 8 figures, even more than that each and every single month. But online, you look like someone that is barely trying to make it, or like barely trying to hit his first 10K month, right? Because think about that, what you want. But in today's day and age, in our economy, the way that our world is shaped nowadays, every single thing is about perception. Every single person checks your online presence. Every single person checks your Instagram presence before they make a decision about you as a person, right? And I can promise you that because I've been doing this for multiple years. I've been working with guys doing 7, 8, 9 figures and more than that, and each and every single one of them checks Instagram, right? Before they talk to someone, before they meet someone, they just check them on Instagram real quick to kind of get a better understanding and feeling, right? And based off of those things that they see on your account, they make up their mind long before they speak to you. So if you don't have this part of your life, of your business to a certain extent optimized, this is, quite literally speaking, costing you opportunities, leverage, money, connections, dating possibilities and opportunities, and much, much more. So first and foremost, isolated shots. It is extremely important that you have a lot of those shots on your Instagram account, or like in your Instagram, or like online presence in general. What do I mean by that? And I will also most likely show you a few visual examples here on the screen so you can better understand what I'm talking about. So let's assume you are in some sort of social setting, right? I literally just prepared a document for one of my clients that has a yacht day in Dubai with a few of his business partners, and I just prepared an entire guide for him so he can really understand what he has to do. So, for example, if we stick to that yacht example, right? Let's say you're on this yacht with multiple people, multiple friends, business partners, etc., etc. Now, when you have shots of that with all the, I don't know, 10, 20 people visible in the picture, like in the video, it doesn't really elevate your authority, like your perceived value, because you just seem like one of hundreds or like one of thousands, right? And once again, it is extremely important and crucial that in your own online presence, in your own personal brand, you seem like the main guy, because you should be, right? It is your personal brand. You should seem like the guy when somebody checks your Instagram account. So one way of actually being able to achieve that is, once again, isolated shots. So think about you just being at the front of the yacht, for example, and somebody takes a picture of you from far away where only you are visible, right? And I can promise you, no matter how many people are with you at an event, or like social gathering, yacht, whatever it might be, you can, quite literally speaking, in most cases achieve exactly that, because I've been doing that as well, right? I had events with people and clients of mine where there were like hundreds of people, and you can still kind of look like the main guy at this event if you just focus on that thing, right? So whenever you take content, try to not have any people visible in the shot, or like as few as possible. Very, very important. Now, also another thing, if you actually do have people in the content that you capture from an event, or like from a social gathering, whatever it might be, it is extremely important and crucial how they interact with you, how they look at you when you speak, for example, because those social dynamics, right? Like a picture, essentially speaking, just captures the moment. It just captures the social dynamics and the social interactions within that specific moment, right? So also the way that people actually interact with you, how they look at you on that visual, whether that's a picture or a video, signals very different things, right? So think about it. If we stick to the whole yacht example, right? If you are on that yacht with some friends, business partners, people in general, whatever, and for example, you are in that group, right? And imagine a shot of you just talking to people, just being on the side, nobody's really paying attention to you, maybe one person kind of looks at you. I mean, think about it. What does that signal about you? It signals that you're not important enough, that's credible enough for other people to actually notice you and pay attention to you, right? So even if you are at a yacht, or like on a private jet, or like whatever it might be, it will still not elevate your perceived value, because the social dynamic in the shot kind of contradicts what you're trying to build around you, your persona, and your name online. So when you have social shots with other people, it is extremely important that they actually pay attention to you. Ideally speaking, you talking to them, they are all looking at you. They're interacting with you. They're looking at you directly with their eyes wide open, right? Because all of those things subconsciously signal to me that you have to be a very important figure, because all of those people, like 10, 20, 30 people, they all stopped whatever it is that we're doing and they're paying attention to what you have to say, right? Because you apparently are a very important figure, a very authoritative figure. Very important. Now, another point when it comes to the actual isolated shots, it is very important that you never take them from close up, right? And I'm going to explain to you in a second why. So never have, a friend, your photographer, videographer, whatever it might be, just have a shot of you like literally 1 meter next to you, because that doesn't really reinforce the entire hero main character vibe, right? Those kind of shots you always, ideally speaking, want to have from far away, from further away, right? Because the reason for that, once again, is it reinforces the whole privacy feeling, and it also kind of makes you feel untouchable to a certain extent. And from an observer or like consumer perspective, right, it really just gives me that. It just gives me the opportunity to observe what you're doing rather than being closely next to you in the shot, psychologically speaking, once again, right? Because imagine if you have a shot on the yacht, like far away, you're like on the phone, and the shot literally just showcases that. It feels like, wow, he's doing something. Like there's some sort of mysterious appeal to it, right? I don't know exactly what is happening, but it doesn't feel like I can touch you. You don't feel approachable to a certain extent, right? And that's also what reinforces this entire narrative of becoming the main character, like being the hero of your own personal brand, right? And also the privacy factor, once again, because it seems like you're far away from other people, because apparently what you have to talk about on the phone, for example, has to be so important and so big that other people can literally not be able to listen to that, right? So it's very important. And when you have those shots from far away, a very important thing that you can utilize to, again, make this even more powerful and leverage this to the max, utilize the 2x, like the 3x zoom on your iPhone. Now, if you don't have an iPhone right now, I strongly advise you, hate me, love me. I know there's like this big Android versus Apple iOS, but iPhones are just better for this exact thing. For content, capturing content in the most high quality, most aesthetic, and most candid way, iPhones outperform every single Android phone. 100%, there is like no doubt about that. So I'm gonna stick to like iPhone as a reference point as well. So what you can do is on your iPhone, and I'll also just make sure to showcase that on the screen, you can just switch between 1x, 2x, 3x, and I think even 5x on the newest iPhones, like the Pro models, whatever. So that's exactly what you should do. So if we stick to the yacht example, if you are far, away from all the people at the front of the yacht and somebody's taking a shot of you from the back all the way, right? Because once again, you should be not touchable, right? Or like approachable. So naturally, the cameraman or like the person capturing the moment has to be further away from you. Now, to still kind of make you visible and reinforce the entire narrative, you switch to 2x or 3x depending on the distance, because this changes the entire visual appeal. It looks extremely good, especially if the background is also very good, and it really isolates you from every single thing around you. So the only thing that people see from a consumer perspective, once again, is you and the background, right? It's very clean, very clear. There is no clutter, no mess, no noise, and it's just you within your own world, right? Very important. And also, last but not least, when it comes to the hero shots, don't use POV shots. Yes, POV shots are very important for your entire personal brand strategy, content strategy, because yes, it is your personal brand. You showcase your world, your everyday life from your perspective, from your eyes, yes. But for the hero shots, for the main character shots, this just doesn't work, because you want to be portrayed and positioned as someone that is so important living in his life that, is like a movie almost to an observer, that you don't have time, you cannot be bothered just capturing things yourself, right? Because you just move, you just do your things, you do business, you talk to people, you go places, etc., and you have other people taking pictures and content of you, because once again, this reinforces the entire narrative that you are so important that other people follow you, capture you, document you, take pictures of you, right? Very important. So when you take hero shots, main character shots, always from a third person perspective, right? Never do POV shots for that specific narrative. Now, if that was interesting to you, if you feel like you want my specific and direct help for your personal brand, tailor-made, then make sure to click the first link down below this video where you can hop on a free call with me, and from there we can see what is possible for you and your specific brand. Once again, I've been doing this for years, working with 7 to 9 figure entrepreneurs. I'm pretty sure if you operate at that level, no matter the industry, I can help you. I can make you big online in the right way without making you cringe or like losing and hurting your reputation. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.